Welcome back everyone, Costin here on Serious Gaming with my playthrough of Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. I'm going to take one of my fleets from Chinchero into Agripina, and I will march upon the Ulfer system. I'm mainly doing this so I can actually get Agripina itself, rather than any objective that I might...
The Forge world Agripina itself would have fallen millennia ago, but for its formidable defenses, now bolstered by the Cadian diaspora. Even with Cadia lying in ruins, its scions stand firm beside Agripina. And it is well that this is so, for the world's technological wonders have proven an irresistible lure to Chaos warpsmiths. The Agripina sector is a linchpin in the Cadian Gate's defenses, a laboring manufactorum that feeds nearby worlds with weaponry and much-needed munitions. Wealth abounds within its borders, and it supplies the Astra Militarum with many of its finest regiments.
Hail, a Marken of the Nepheru.
Anakale, what would the Tyranid Dynasty have of me? Our war is not so long in the past that I welcome you.
I invoke the Protocol of Concordia. We require your assistance. A most unexpected development.
Proceed.
The Temerin core worlds are invaded. We stand upon the brink of destruction. I am authorized to offer fealty in exchange for aid.
A generous offer, or a desperate one.
And this invader of which you speak?
The great Devourer. Those known to others as the Tyranids. We have fleets mustering across this region. Protect them, and they shall be yours to command.
As he says, very well, the Ulfer system. Now, let me look at that situation a bit. I have an attack incoming from Chaos over on that side. Chinchero, I have an attack over on that side against the Tyranids in the tail-off sector. Sorry. Or system, rather. I should make that clear. And I've also gotten access to both Bellus Corona and Nemesis Tessera. Very well then. My objectives are highlighted here. So this particular system over here is a particular example. Or in Bellus Corona, this system. Currently held by the Imperium, going to be lost soon enough to the Tyranids. I don't necessarily need to rush this whole thing to take these, No, wait a second. Over in Nemesis Tessera, it's rather... Yeah, Finisar. It's this one that's currently held by the Tyranids. I think that I'll do what Creed did during the 13th Black Crusade with regards to the Imperium. I will let them fight without interference against the Tyranids in this particular case. Now this is a demon world. Okay. Upgrade that one. Anything else I can upgrade? Not by the looks of it. So this is how a campaign several hours in looks like. Everything is burning. Anyway, more seriously though, in a more serious fashion. I kind of want Forgotten Library. What would that be? Oh, hold on. What's the name of the upgrade? Okay, the armor. That's still pretty far away, isn't it? Okay, so I got Agripina. Now, Agripina is not going to be the economic powerhouse for the Necrons, obviously, as it is for the Imperium. So during the Imperium campaign, Agripina is capable of generating a substantial amount of resources. Anyway, it's worth taking. I guess I decided that it was worth. Right, here we go. It's worth. I think I might have to revise my campaign strategies. Maybe I'll open up every sector, eliminate factions, and then eliminate the factions as they come, one by one. Orcs, Eldar, Imperium, I guess. Maybe. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I understand that there's no chance in hell the Necrons would ever strike a deal with the Eldari, but things are not so clear-cut against the Imperium. Indeed, Necrons and Imperium even fought side by side against the Tyranids. So who knows, right? Don't expect much.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inferior vessels sighted.
Gonna...
I serve your glory.
2 seconds.
As you command. On the march.
So what are we dealing with here? By the looks of it, cruiser, raider, and battle cruiser.
What is your command? How may I serve? Ready to serve. Moving. I am the Dynasty Spear.
Right, let's get close.
How may I serve? I serve your glory. All power to motive units. Inferior vessels sighted. What is your command?
Okay.
Impossible. Initializing motive power. I serve your glory.
Recharge will be soon.
What is your command?
Hold on, maybe I can catch it and put a link on that.
I am the Dynasty Spear. On the march.
That's certainly a way of handling business, isn't it?
You have seized a strategic area.
As you command. Ready to serve. Motive units fully engaged. I serve your glory. Yes, my liege. They are doomed.
I get in.
I am the Dynasty Spear. What is your command? Inevitable. Impossible. Cannot.
Cool. Get that one out of there.
Ready to serve. Relocating. All power to motive units.
Stop this in its tracks.
I serve your glory.
Victory. Alright, the sector to watch over here now is the Skellus sector. That's where some of the important battles are going to take place. All I know is I have 2 fleets in the Sentinel worlds that I would very much like to actually use. Sadly, I cannot. At least not this one. This one will head over to Nepheru. And then Skellus, I suppose. Nah. Or... You know, it's kind of an odd thing to think about, but I could actually do certain things. Okay, so the Imperium attacked the Eldari. The Eldari are barely holding on to the bay, as it is. The Eldari are also going to launch an attack over on that side against them. Now, looking at this state of affairs, they're attacking the Obsidian Depths. The Obsidian Depths obviously are going to be particularly difficult to contain. I don't really know what's in the Obsidian Depths. What is this supposed to represent exactly? I don't know. Okay. Huh. Well, if I could delay it even further, I most certainly would. Okay, the fleet in Skellus is not going to do anything. Except, you know, survive, as it was. Going to, and now... yeah, I'd say boarding action improvement could be good. Of course, keep in mind I need a rank 3 ship to be able to use that, but still not bad. Let's get a harvester, but promote that as the flagship. Go back to Sentinel Worlds, where there's a infestation of a sorts. Right, if I want to spend a lot of money on something that I do have, I could upgrade those to reduce the chance of an invasion even further. Okay, 59. Agripina seems about right. Now, I don't necessarily want to do anything over here. Let's take a look at the situation in Chinchare. 2 turns, fleet incoming. I will handle it. I can also raise a new fleet over here in the Jubal sector to also help me out with that. Oh. Ouch. Fuck. I'm probably going to need that space station. Yeah, that's not good. They'll deal with this situation. The fleet here. Which fleet? So I've got the Scythe Reaper. I've got the Scythe Harvester. Yeah, I think I'll take them into Agripina. The Ulfor system. I'm just waiting at this stage. I'm just waiting for the attack. If I attack the Aor system, I kind of want to be in a position where I deal with the Imperium completely. Or at the very least take the Lelfar system as well. That would be certainly one of my goals over here. I'll wait for the Eldari attack, then I will make my move. In the meantime, there is no reason why we can't deal with some other problems. Namely the spread of chaos. I think I was... Scythe Harvester, Scythe Harvester. I know what lies ahead, mind you, in terms of the mission. Guess we'll see if I can make it. Or I could just... yeah. Let's, go. Does it offer anything? You know what? I don't think it's worth it. I would do it if I felt it was worth it, but doesn't... oh. Well, that's certainly worth it.
Yes, my liege.
Alright, let's see what they have to offer. Bombers. Good amount of them, too.
Moving. How may I serve?
Getting close.
Ready to serve. Initializing motive power.
Nice turrets.
As you command.
What's that?
What is your command? On the
Oh,
march.
I see.
I am the Dynasty Spear. Inferior vessel sighted. I serve your glory. Yes, my liege. I am the Dynasty Spear. As you command. Ready to serve. Initializing motive power. What is your command? Moving. Motive units fully engaged. Relocating. Inevitable. How may I serve?
Alright, I'm gonna need a scarab swarm soon enough.
Moving. I serve your glory. As you command. Impossible. Cannot comply. On the march. Initializing motive power. Yes, my liege. I am the Dynasty Spear. Relocating. Ready to serve. Energy to weapons array. What is your command? Moving. Inferior vessel sighted. On the march. As you command. I am the Dynasty. Initializing motive power. We are death. Inevitable. Yes, my liege. There will be no escape. All power to motive humans. Inevitable. I serve your glory.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Relocating. Energy to weapons array.
What is this? Yeah, it's a Slaaneshi ship, isn't
Ready to
it?
serve. On the march. Time locked. Energy to recoalescence. How may I serve? Moving. Ready to serve. Initializing motive power. I serve glory. As you command. Engaging weaponry.
Eliminated?
Motive power. Inevitable. Shroud strike successful. Relocating. I am the Dynasty Spear. Energy to weapons array. Yes, my liege.
Okay, I will take them to Bellus Corona very shortly. Or maybe to Nemesis Tessera. Seeing as the Tyranids are about to commit suicide by the way of chaos, I'd say let them. And maybe the orcs win, maybe they don't win. I don't know. It's hard to predict these kind of things. What I do know is I kind of want to get to Chinchero with this fleet, actually. And build the space station. Yeah, this fleet will deal with orcs over on this side. Let's see. Ooh, Imperium is going to attack them next turn. That's fine enough as I see it. Let them.
Bellus Corona is a vital anchorage. serving as the Imperial Navy's primary base in the Segmentum Obscurus. Over the millennia, its importance has only grown, and it now acts as the Imperium's administrative capital for the entire Segmentum. In the prelude of the 13th Black Crusade, the arch-traitor Typhus descended on Bellus Corona, spreading a devastating contagion named in whispers as the Plague of Unbelief. Despite Typhus' assault and the loss of billions of lives, the sector held firm. But in recent days, Psychers stationed in Bellus Corona have suffered total collapse. Their minds torn asunder by some strange and terrible shadow moving through the Immaterium. This can only bode ill.
Well, there are a few options. I could take my fleet, strike against the Space Marines right now. Might work, might not work. Guess we'll find out. Let's do this then. The prize.
Honored foe, we come in need, not out of desire for bloodshed. Surrender yourself, and your followers will be spared.
Necrons, here. By the pyres of Kumkarta, you'll have nothing from me.
Incorrect. A pity he is so selfish.
The unascended are often so, Nemesaur. This region is thick with wreckage. It will distort signals. It may be that we cannot trust our sensors.
Understood. We will proceed with caution.
What is your command?
Now, of course, the Space Marines do have a fleet in this area that I will have to first destroy. Beyond this, ship. Oh, there we go.
Ready to serve.
They're all together.
On the march.
Let's deal with that then.
Reassembling coherence. I am the Dynasty Spear. As you command.
Okay.
Initializing motive power. I serve your glory. How may I serve?
Relocating.
Let's keep going with this.
Inferior vessel sighted.
I am the Dynasty Spear. Inevitable. Ready to serve. What is your command? I serve your glory. Moving. Ready to serve.
First deal with these guys.
What is your command? Yes, my liege. How may I serve?
Internal damage registered.
I am the Dynasty Spear. Moving.
Alright,
Relocating. Ready to serve.
Motive units fully engaged.
On the march. How may I serve? There will be no escape.
alright, getting closer.
Inevitable. I serve your glory. As you command. What is your command? Initializing motive power.
Disengage weaponry.
I am the Dynasty Spear. As you command. I serve your glory. Relocating.
Impossible. Cannot comply.
How may I serve?
Impossible. Cannot comply.
Yes, my liege.
Alright,
Moving. Ready to serve. Inevitable.
just need to wait a bit. I'm almost there. No reason to blow up the ship when you're on the finish line.
What is your command?
Unless that happens.
On the march. I serve your glory. How may I serve? Yes, my liege. I am the Dynasty Spear. As you command. I serve your glory. Relocating. How may I serve?
Structural damage outpacing repair.
Inevitable.
All power to motive units.
Ready to serve. Initializing motive.
Energy to recoalescence.
What is your command? Moving.
Reassembling coherence.
Yes, my liege.
Impossible. Cannot comply. Cannot export have breached the enemy vessel.
Inevitable. Relocating.
Energy to recoalescence.
On the march. Ready to serve.
specialized motive power. Boarding successful. Frayed ones are feasting. Moving. Inevitable. Disengage weaponry. Relocating. Yes, my liege. I serve your glory.
Did I succeed or did I just fail? That was kind of fucking stupid, but whatever. Mission completed. As a recipe of disaster, as I said.
Is the specimen secure?
Sealed deep with a tesseract labyrinth. It is in pristine condition. Perfect for Trazin's collection.
Good. Kefrek will be pleased.
Perhaps. Dealing with Trazin is seldom a smooth course.
I think I'll need a battle cruiser in order to handle the situation quite well. Nemesis test run 2 turns. Let's take a look at Bellus Corona. Well, I'll need to throw the Tyranids out of here myself. Who knows? Maybe the Imperium will win. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't think they will, to be honest. Oh, they might take the system, don't get me wrong on that one. Alright.
The Tyranids, the great Devourer. In all the stars, there has never been a Xenos race more inimical to the survival of mankind. Indeed, they are the bane of all other life. Their origins are but poorly understood, the stuff of rumor and supposition and nightmare. The adepts of Mars believe that a single unknowable consciousness guides the Hive fleets about their voracious purpose. This consciousness knows only unquenchable hunger. Hive ships serve as synapse nodes, spreading the influence of the Tyranid hive mind across the stars. Such is the hive mind's suffocating will that the warp is distorted for light years around. Confusion and terror spread before the Hive fleets advance, as dreams darken and madness spreads. As the Hive fleets advance, the suffocating embrace quenches the Emperor's light and drowns doomed worlds in psychic shadow. But the greatest threat comes from within. Foul creatures known as gene stealers infiltrate unvigilant worlds. A patriarch arises from the population's subverted flesh and projects a psychic beacon to draw the Hive Fleet ever closer. As the Gene Stealer cult grows in power, they emerge from the shadows of their benighted world. Civil war rages, shaking the planet asunder. Then the skies darken with spores and the Hive Fleet's voracious tendrils. The cultists exult at the fulfillment of prophecy and their ascension into the light. Their delusions die with them. There are many Hive Fleets, each but a facet of the immeasurable Tyranid threat. Leviathan is the greatest, and has wrought ruin on a scale never before witnessed. Though the great rift arising from Cadia's ruin has severed many of Leviathan's tendrils, many more remain. Even now, one is surging towards the Eye of Terror.
Let the Tyranids come. They will not find the Necrons wanting. The war to end all wars against the might of the Tyranid fleet. And the Necrons. The mighty Necrons, the civilization that spanned the stars, destroyed the old ones, and the Kafan.
Inevitable. As you command. I am the Dynasty Spear.
Inferior vessel sighted.
Moving. How may I serve? Relocating. I serve your glory. Yes, my liege. What is your command? On the march. Ready to serve. As you command.
Not the cleanest victory, alright? Okay? That's just how it is with Tyranid.
Inevitable. Relocating.
You have seized a strategic area.
Multiple Chaos fleets incoming. Well, ships. 6 ships by the looks
The
of it.
enemy has seized
5,
a
6.
strategic area.
A number of them. But damaged.
Drop void anchors.
The orcs have taken their bloody toll, haven't they?
Inferior vessel sighted.
I am the Dynasty Spear. I serve your glory. Moving. Initializing motive power.
battle cruiser.
Moving. Ready to serve. Inevitable. Energy bleed detected.
Yeah, ready for ramming speed.
Defense destroyed. What is your command? I am the Dynasty Spear. Relocating. Impossible. Cannot comply.
Target those generators.
Ready to serve. On the march. I serve your glory. Inferior vessel sighted.
20 seconds.
Initializing motive power. How may I serve? Yes, my liege.
7 seconds.
As you command. Relocating. Inevitable. Moving. We are death. Reassembling coherence. Internal damage registered. Initializing motive power. Top blocked. Relocating.
That's it. Or is
On the
it?
march. Inferior vessel sighted. Energy to recoalescence. Motive units fully engaged. As you command. Enemy vessels suffered critical damage. Yes, my liege.
Alright, what's the situation in Skellis? Chaos continues their crusade. I feel they're gonna get hammered soon enough. But they keep fighting against orcs. I guess I should do what I can. Tyranids will be surely behind though. It is a good system to take. Or I can send a fleet here to support Funasar, to support an attack on Funasar. Agripina will probably be my last concern. The Tyranid, they are still weak over there, so I'll secure the gateway with this fleet. The system is mine, very good. Tyranid invasion soon enough.
The fortress Oubliette of Nemesis Tessera was once the Inquisition's most closely guarded secret. A bastion of knowledge and rigor, and a convocation point for the Imperium's most trusted servants. No more. The onset of the 13th Black Crusade set the world awash with treachery and war. Though Nemesis Tessera's dread secrets were stolen, the world itself endured, thanks to the heroism of the Space Wolves and Inquisitor Zero. From the doomed hive world of Chimalomus to the seditious penal world of Avara's Gulag, the sector remains crippled by corruption and heresy. Yet in the forsaken fields of the Obsidian Depths, mutation, madness, and all their damned siblings are curiously absent. It is as if the Obsidian Depths border onto something not yet adequately defined, or perhaps waiting to be discovered.
I really do wonder if one of my fleets could take down 2 Tyranid fleets, regardless of numbers.
Inevitable.
Let's go with the Dispersed Lightning Arc.
Relocating.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. You have seized a strategic area.
Moving.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
On the march.
Alright, that's not it.
As you command. vessel sighted. Yes, my liege.
The
Wait, do
enemy
they not
has
have an
seized a
admiral?
strategic area.
Initializing molten power. I have the taste spear. As you command.
No, they should.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
There we go.
On the march. Relocating. They are doomed. What is your command? Impossible. Comply.
Fucking.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
I got led on a merry chase, fighting the battle they wanted me to, instead of being able to take down their. Fine then, repeat was so important. Wait, what? Okay. Never mind. Casualties are extreme, to say the least. Nah, this can be done better. And on the idea of being able to take down 2 fleets with 1, that largely depends on whether or not I can eliminate their flagships. If I can, victory will be mine. So, reload.
Yes, my liege.
Ooh, giant asteroids.
Inevitable. Moving.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Yes, my liege. As you command. Initializing motive power. On the march. Ready to serve. Inevitable.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Inferior vessel sighted. There will be no escape. Inferior vessel sighted. We are death.
Alright, let's try and find those flagships. They should be fleets with like cruisers, hopefully. Guess we'll find out what we're dealing with.
Energy to weapons array. Relocating.
Alright, get close.
Inferior vessel sighted.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
On the march. I serve your glory. Inevitable. Engaging weaponry. As you command.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Initializing molten power. Yes, my liege. On the march.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inferior vessel sighted. As you command. What is your command? Inferior vessel sighted. Spear. Moving. What is your command? All power to motive units. Inevitable. How may I serve?
25% of strategic points.
Dealing with the Tyranids. What a fun time that was. That is.
Initializing motive power. Energy to weapons array. Moving. Yes, my liege. On the march.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Relocating. Moving. Inevitable. On the march. As you command. I serve. Initializing motive power.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Ready to serve. Yes, my liege. Initializing motive power. On the march.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inevitable. Moving. Inferior vessel sighted. As you command. Drop void anchors.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Relocating. Inevitable. liege. I am the Dynasty Spear. Initializing motive power.
Seized a strategic area.
I serve your glory. As you command. Reassembling coherence.
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Moving. Shroud strike complete. Critical damage levied. On the march. As you command. What is your command? Relocate. How may I serve? Ready to serve. Inevitable. I am the Dynasty Spear.
The enemy has accumulated 75% of strategic points.
Initializing motive power. What is your command?
The enemy has seized a strategic area. You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Relocating. As you command. Yes, my liege.
The enemy is close to victory by strategic points.
Shroud strike successful. Inevitable.
Alright, got some battleships. Tyranids are getting weaker. Eventually you should be able to push them back from the system. Orcs in 2 turns. And Tyranids next turn. Alright then. I'll let my turrets, my gun emplacements, take most of the damage
On the march.
while I eliminate their capital ship.
Energy to weapons array.
You have seized a strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
I serve your glory. Initializing motive power. Moving.
Let them get more HP.
Yes, my liege. I am the Dynasty Spear.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
What is your command? On the march.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Impossible. Cannot comply. How may I serve?
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Inevitable. Ready to serve. Relocating. Inferior vessel sighted. How may I serve? Target locked.
Oh, I want that system, and I want it badly. I could finish them off with these two fleets. What's the situation in the Sentinel worlds? An attack next turn, and then an attack in 2 turns after that by the forces of the Great Devourer. Very well.
On the march.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Initializing motive power. Inferior vessel sighted.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inevitable. As you command. Drop void anchors. Moving.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
I serve your glory. We are death. As you command. There will be no escape. Initializing motive power. They are doomed.
The enemy has activated 25% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inevitable.
Okay, the fleets here will deal with what remains. Yeah, 9 troop regeneration. I have 17 battle plans. The goal for me right now is to capture as much of this as I can. Orcs are attacking. Tyranids are counter-attacking. It's a fucking mess, isn't it? Tyranids are actually gonna make a good move over there, take the system. And then, of course, also attack over there on that side. Okay, I'll deal with the orcs. Invasions, counter-invasions, you name it. I am dealing with it. At this moment. Aurelia Bay. I don't quite have the money right now to take Aurelia Bay. And it's also, well, actually in the case of the Necrons, it is worth it because it's got a solar harness. I guess. But a bit later, when the house isn't burning down, shall we say. I'll also move this fleet to Chinchare. Reznor is just too good of an anchorage at this moment.
Relocating. On the march.
You have seized a strategic area. You have seized a strategic area.
Inevitable. Inferior vessel sighted.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Moving. Initializing motive power. What is your command? Motive units fully engaged. I am the Dynasty Spear.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Relocating. Engaging weaponry. Yes, my liege. Ready to serve. As you command. On the march. How may I serve? Moving. What is your command? Yes, my liege. Inevitable. Bring on death. Initializing motive power. I serve glory. Relocating. Inevitable.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Ready to serve. On the march.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas. The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
What is your command?
You have seized a strategic area.
Initializing motive power. I am the Dynasty Spear. Yes, my liege. As you command. Moving. How may I serve? All power to motive units. Relocating. Yes, my liege.
You have seized a strategic area.
Initializing motive power. I am the Dynasty Spear. On the march. Target locked. Ready to serve. As you command. Energy to recoalescence. What is your command? Reaching engagement velocity.
You have accumulated 75% of strategic points.
Reassembling coherence.
You have seized a strategic area.
Initialize motive power.
You are close to victory by strategic points.
Alright, the orcs sent their rocks. It wasn't quite enough to break me out of that situation. Nemesis Tessera. So the forces of the Despoiler are not just gonna let me have it. Not like that. Maybe reinforcements ought to be sent there. I can get them. Alright, Tyranids arrived, took the Finref system, which is simply a fortress world. But it would be worth taking it back. Meanwhile, in Skellus, what's the state of affairs? Orc invasion next turn? Well, Skellus. Let the forces of chaos bleed there for me. Anyway, Costin here signing off. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for more.